I feel like the first thing that's most important to recognize about office hours, it's an opportunity for you to get to know your professor, to get to know their passions, their interests, and to better understand why they're teaching that course.
I'm not anti-office hours. I just personally have not run into a situation where I've felt the desire to go. Because to me, if I'm putting a lot of effort into a class and I still don't really get it, it's like you were saying with your professor, I think, where like going in and they're going to be like, well, I taught you it this way. They're just going to teach you it the same way again.
But I know for me, office hours is often a way that I can kind of advocate for myself in a way that I wouldn't be able to in the classroom. And I say this because there have been classes that I've been in where, I approach the professor respectfully, we're talking about an assignment or something, and then maybe I bring up, hey, the reading workload or the articles we're supposed to read, it's kind of a lot, and some of these are very dense, and I'm really struggling to get them all done before class, and I think some other students are too. I've had professors who then go into the class and say, hey, so at office hours I was hearing that, maybe the workload's a little too much. How are you guys feeling? Should we adjust things?
I would say I do not take well to threats. I don't think it is okay for professors to be threatening students' grades by saying, you have to talk to me. You have to do this thing, even if you're doing great in the class and you already have an A and you don't really want to take this class. You're just doing it for a requirement. You have to do it or else I'm lowering your grades. Like, no. I would take that L. I would be like, I'm not talking to this crazy person. Why is this? No.
Well, I think some faculty members, some of the newer faculty members in particular, really have very intense office hours where they're really requiring students to come in and talk about their papers and such. But I think in some ways having a more informal kind of setting is also important, where a student can just come in and talk. Where it's not really structured around the assignment that's due in a couple of weeks, but just a chance to get to know each other a little bit better. And that's the one thing I would say that faculty members ought to be doing.
It started out negative though. Like, it took me going into that professor's office crying for them to actually want to build a relationship and try to help me out. So it's like I had to start off in a negative way in order for it to become positive. But while doing that and being in their office, they were just communicating with me how they feel like all the professors need to work on some sort of way to connect with their students. It worked out, but it sucks that I did have to go into the office crying I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna fail, in order for that to even lead to a relationship.
Office hours are seriously underutilized, I think. There are a lot of students who utilize them frequently to come in and talk about where they might have some questions about the assignments that are coming up, or just want to talk about their career objectives, or just have a chance to chat a little bit. And I think from all those perspectives, it's a really good thing to have available for students.